Oh, hello there! I was just looking at these wonderful pictures of rusty coins. Rust affects our everyday lives by making our metal objects last less and less. For example, rusty cars, rusty nails, rusty barbecues. There are tons of examples in our everyday lives of rust. Let me show you a few.
Rust. It occurs in everyday things and on most metals eventually at some period in time.
Oh, hello there. Hi. What do you do for a living?
I fix fences.
Does rust affect your job in any way?
Yeah, if you get cut by this, you have to get tetanus shots, and that's just a waste of time.
So rust, you don't like rust as a construction worker?
Nope, it's very bad, and it just naturally occurs, and we can't do anything about it.
What is the chemical formula of rust? Do you know?
No, I actually really don't know.
Oh, well, the chemical formula for rust is...
Oh, I never knew that. Thank you for that.
You're welcome, Mr. Construction
Here's
Worker.
another interview with my man, Young Money.
Oh, what are you doing here?
Just about to clean up my barbecue.
Oh, it seems to have a lot of rust on there.
Yeah, after time, that's what happens.
Well, you should have brought a cover on this because since water gets in here, that's why it's all rusting.
Yeah, I wish I would have thought of that. This isn't one of those cheap barbecues either.
Too bad.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to replace stuff or buy a new one.
Do you know the history of rust? Well, I do, and I'm gonna tell you. It's been going on forever. However, people did not know why it occurred. Really, no one can date when rust started. The only positive thing about rust is it's easy to experiment with. Some negative factors of rust is it messes up your car when the snow gets on it and from all the salt, the grinding salt or whatever. Another negative factor is if you get cut and you don't have a tetanus shot, you get infected.
Rust is the common name for a very common compound, iron oxide. Iron oxide, the chemical Fe2O3, is common because iron combines very readily with oxygen. So readily, in fact, that pure iron is only rarely found in nature. Iron, or steel. Rusting is an example of corrosion, an electrochemical process involving an anode, a piece of metal that readily gives up electrons, an electrolyte, a liquid that helps electrons move, and a cathode, a piece of metal that readily accepts electrons. When a piece of metal corrodes, that electrolyte helps provide oxygen to the anode. As oxygen combines with the metal, electrons are liberated. When they flow through the electrolyte to the cathode, the metal of the anode disappears, swept away by the electrical flow or converted into metal cations in a form such as rust.
Rust formation can be controlled by coating, such as paint. It isolates the iron from the environment. Large structures with enclosed box sections, such as ships and modern mobiles, have a wax-based production. Injects so that the sections will not rust. Such treatments are contained in rust inhibitors. Covering steel with concrete can provide some protection to steel by the high pH environment as steel concrete in face. However, rusting of steel and concrete can still be a problem.
It's Rusty Rhymes on the mic. Rust affects our daily lives in various ways. It affects our cars, our wheel wells, our frames. It affects our science experiments in different ways. Science is amazing. Rust is amazing. Rust wins. Science wins. Hello. I am... Okay, restart. Okay. What was I supposed to say again? Sorry, I blanked out. some negative factors of rust.
Stop.
But you make more money. So why are you complaining?
Because
I have to do this for a living.
here, retard, Josh.